Today we're covering 10 items that you can buy from Disney World, some that are free all the way up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Stay tuned for number 9. Not the most expensive item, but you probably wouldn't think of it. Let's get into it.
To all those that come to this happy place, welcome.
Going from least expensive to most expensive, we are going to be covering 10 items that you can get from Disney World. And some of them you just wouldn't believe that you could actually do at Disney World. Starting with the least expensive item, it's actually going to be something that costs you $0. That's right, you can pretty much pick these up at any park. So, what is this mysterious item? The cheapest item, which comes in at $0, is going to be a celebration pin. It's a button that you can pick up at stores, restaurants around the Disney parks that you can write things like happy anniversary, happy birthday, we're celebrating a first trip. These pins cost $0, and it's something that Disney gives out free to commemorate different events for people's life. Number 2 is actually going to be something that you have to pick up in one of the parks. So, scattered across different parks, Disney has stationed stamped rollers. Now, what do you mean by that? They're going to cost anything from $2 to maybe $3, and you actually get to take a penny. It's one of like the old-time press machines. A penny, a quarter, a nickel. When you place these in, it rolls a stamp of a Disney marking a character onto the coin that you get to take home as a keepsake. Now, it's nothing crazy, but it's still something to commemorate your special trip to Disney World. If you're on a budget, it's definitely something I recommend, and there's several different versions of each stamp, and maybe you even start a collection. Number 3 is actually a different version of a pin. These pins actually started out in the early 2000s, and they're actually collective pins. These pins have different characters, aspects of Disney, rides, theme park attractions, and many more. They come in singles, maybe packs of 4, or complete collections that you can buy at trading posts. You can trade with other cast members to get different versions of pins that you would like, or you can buy them at any of the stores associated with Disney properties. Now, there are versions that you can buy online that are knockoffs that just aren't as good. Disney keeps really close track on these pins. They even have some that are limited editions that can cost hundreds of dollars that you can find on eBay today if you weren't able to get at one time. A lot of people like to trade these pins back and forth to get different things or just to commemorate trips that they've been on. Coming in at number 4 is going to be the classic Mickey ears. And I'm going to have a range of somewhere between $30 and $45 depending on the ears and how limited they are. So you can get your basic ears for rather cheap, and then some actually super rare ones can be upwards of $300 to $400. Ears are a staple and have been around for forever. People love these ears because they're so unique. They have some that are based on attractions, some based on characters, and many more in between. They commemorate parts of Disney that maybe you associate with more. Number 5 is actually a super fun, interactive moment that you can do inside of Disney's Hollywood Studios. If you're a big Star Wars fan, you're gonna love this one. So, you can spend around $250 pre-tax to build a custom lightsaber that lights up, makes noises, and you get to build it through the experience of becoming a Jedi or a Sith. The entire experience takes roughly 30 minutes to an hour. Depending on who you are, you might come up with some crazy versions of lightsabers that maybe no one else has seen. So, what are you, Jedi or Sith? Choose your path and build your own custom lightsaber. Number 6 is one that a lot of people will not realize is actually a big tradition of the Disney company. The brand Citizen, that's correct, the Citizen Watch Company has been associated with Disney for an extremely long time. So, it's come to no shock that when you're in Disney World, when you visit one of the fine jewelers, whether in the parks or not, you can go to maybe Disney Springs as well. You can buy your very own Citizen watch that will probably be custom tailored to Disney. These watches have a starting price of anywhere from around $350 upwards of $1,000 that you can buy to throw on your wrist right next to your Magic Band. We've done it. We're inside of the top 5. Number 4 is going to be one that probably most people would like to do in their lifetime. It is VIP tours that Disney's have associated with all parks. These tours come in at a whopping $450 an hour, ranging up to around $850 an hour. The kicker, though, is that you have to book for at least 7 hours. Here's what you get. You get a private tour guide that's going to bring you around all the parks. You also get to jump in front of almost any line that you can possibly think of through backstage doors. Disney will also transport you from park to park if you want to leave anyone at any specific time. The tour guides are great. A lot of times in between rides, they might give you snacks and water to help you throughout your day. They will also answer any questions that you have about the parks that maybe you would like to know moving forward. But you have to be quick, because even if you sit down to eat, you are on the clock for the hours that you paid for. So I would recommend probably doing something like a quick service during this time and have your tour guide mobile order and have everything picked up for you when you're done riding a certain ride. That way you get the most bang for your buck and you get to ride as many rides as you want. Top 3, here we go. Number 3 is actually one that's going to kind of compare with the Citizen watch brand. So you can visit most fine jewelers on Disney property, and they might have at least one of these. It is a Swarovski crystal castle based off of Cinderella's castle, made by the Erebus brothers. This castle is not cheap. The castle is going to have a tag of $49,500, and that's before taxes. So yeah, it's pretty big, but I don't know where I would put it if I was at the parks when I wanted to buy this. Do I just stuff it in a bag? But it won't fit in the bag. Do I buy a locker? Do I have to bring it on the ride with me? Yeah, okay. Who's actually buying this thing? I don't know. But if you do, I would highly recommend using Disney service to either ship it back to your hotel room or just have it sent straight to your house. If you can buy this or you have one, I need to know. Number 2, this is the one that I told you to stay tuned for. I think this one's cool because I actually got to do this myself. Now, pricing for this has a low price of starting around, I want to say it's $4,500, but it can be upwards of $200,000 depending on how you choose to do this activity. So, what's the activity? It's actually getting married on Disney property. So I've had the pleasure of actually getting the chance to be married there. We actually got married at Disney's Boardwalk Resort. And then we honeymooned there, of course, because why would I not honeymoon there if I'm getting married there? So we stayed at the Boardwalk. We got married at Seabreeze Point, right outside the Boardwalk on the bay. But ours costed around $21,000, and that's with everything including our honeymoon. Now, people can also get married inside the park, such as Epcot, Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, and so forth. If you get married in front of the castle, it is super expensive, coming in roughly at a base price of $100,000 and anything up from there that you can possibly think of. But I highly recommend it. With an expensive price tag, I can tell you that it's unlike anything we've ever done before. And it was an easy breezy situation. Get it? Because we got married at Seabreeze? Yeah. So, but again, it was super easy. The Fairy Tale Weddings coordinators are amazing. They made our entire day super magical, and we actually didn't stress out at all. We planned our entire wedding in less than 8 hours. We flew down there. We drove down there, met with them for one day, and then that's it. We literally tasted our cakes, planned out everything, what we wanted, and they handled the rest. So if you're planning on getting married there, I highly recommend it. And realistically, it was cheaper for us to get married there than actually get married back in our hometown. Coming in at number 1, here we go, the massive ticket item. You can actually buy a really, really, really limited edition Cinderella's Castle at most of the Disney parks. Now, there's only 50 in existence. They are comprised of really rare gems, and with a price tag of $250,000, I would say they've been there for a while. Now, if you have the money to buy it, great. I just don't know what you do with it. You have to be an extreme Disney addict. Like, I would buy it, but I would have to save up my entire life to buy that. But it would be a really cool talking piece. Or I could just sell my house and buy it maybe, but then we'd have to live on the street. But I would have a really cool castle. So I'm curious, what on the list would you buy, if any? Or would you buy something else that's not on the list? I didn't cover everything that you could buy. There's way too many things that you could actually buy from Disney that maybe you would lay your eyes on first. Let me know in the comments exactly what you would do. If you could choose 1, 2, 3, all of them, if you can do them or you have done them, I also want to know, because it means the world to me that somebody else out there is getting to experience the things that Disney offers, because it brings a little joy to you and me. Also, if you liked what you saw, please go watch another one of my videos. That's really all I want you to do. If you can experience the world of Disney through me or maybe some other creator, please stay on the platform and enjoy yourself. For now, go out, be you, be great, and I will see you in the next one.